What to trade next week? In this video we will discuss euro dollar, we will analyze gold together, and I will share with you a very nice potential long trade for dollar Swiss pair. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. I want to start our analysis with the dollar Swiss pair. We are on a daily time frame, and you can see that here we are trading in a very sharp bullish trend. For many days the market was growing, and once that structure was reached, from here we saw a very strong bearish movement. Yes, we got a very nice retracement right here, and as I predicted, the market dropped nicely to a strong horizontal structure support. Looking left at structure, you can see that at the moment dollar Swiss is trading on a strong key level. Yes, you can see that in the past, once that structure was broken, we retested that, and from that we saw a very strong bullish movement. So I guess, taking into consideration that we are trading in a strong bullish trend, from that structure we may look for buying opportunities. So we will analyze lower time frames together, and we will discuss what confirmation do we need to buy dollar Swiss. Hey guys, if you want to see how I trade live, if you want to see how I analyze the market live, I want to invite you in my premium educational group. There on live streams with my students, each and every day we analyze the market together. We are looking for trading opportunities. I show how I manage my trades. I show how I look for trading opportunities. It will be very practical for you. For more info, check the link in the description below. It is vasilytrader.com/private group, or text me in one of the social networks. I will give you more details. We are in a 4-hour time frame, and here let's analyze candlesticks together. You can see that here we got a strong bearish rally. The market was falling sharply. But once our key daily structure was reached, you can see that the market started to coil. The market started to coil, and you can see that here the market was fluctuating within a very narrow trading range. And right here the price even formed a very nice doji candle. So it looks like definitely the buying pressure from that structure is very strong. And for that reason, we should start investigating lower time frames and check how the price reacted to that structure on lower time frames. Opening an hourly time frame. On an hourly time frame, let's analyze the price action together. Here on hourly time frame, we have a perfect example of a double bottom formation. Yes, here is our neckline, traders. Yes, and here are our bottoms. The first bottom, the second bottom. You can see that right here we have a perfect double bottom formation with equal lows. And this double bottom we will trade next week. And as you remember, our trigger to buy double bottom is the breakout of its neckline to the upside. So the trigger that we will be looking for is the hourly candle close above that yellow zone. That will be our trigger. Then we will open our buy limit order on a retest, and we will expect a bullish movement. Yes. And where will be our targets if we buy? We need to look left at structure, traders, and we need to analyze the structure on the left. The first strong structure that I see is right here. Yes, you can see that in the past it was a very strong support, but of course after the breakout it turned into resistance. So we definitely must consider that structure for the initial target. How about the second target? The second target is lying somewhere here. Yes, very close to our first target. Yes, you can see again that here we got a very strong structure cluster, very strong support, and again after the breakout most likely turned into resistance. So now let's discuss in details how our trade will look like right here. Buying the retest, opening a long position on the retest, we'll set our stop loss below the lows of the pattern, and our first target will be based on the lower boundary of the supply zone that we spotted. Yes, it's a very nice risk to reward for the first target. And concerning the second target, here it goes. Yes, very nice risk to reward. So from such a perspective, it will be a pullback trade. From the structure that we spotted in a daily, we'll try to catch a pullback. We'll close 50% of profits once that structure is reached, and the rest we will close on the second target. Last thing to add right here, traders, is the break-even point. Our break-even point will be slightly lower. Yes, and in order to calculate the break-even point, let's measure the range of the pattern right here. Yes, from the low the entry, here is our range. And let's project that range from the entry. Yes, here it goes. Here's the projection of our range. So just above that will be our break-even point. Yes, once the price reaches that level, move your stock to entry and make your position risk-free. That will be your plan on dollar Swiss. Lastly, remember that for now, the neckline is not broken. So if the price drops to the downside and sets a new level of lower close, then this trading stop will be invalid. And now a couple of words about euro-dollar pair. First, traders, let's open a weekly time frame. Let's open a weekly time frame and let me remind you, traders, that recently euro-dollar reached a very important low, 6 years low. Yes, and as I predicted, from that structure, the market bounced nicely. Yes, and we saw a quite bullish week on euro-dollar. If we return back to the daily time frame, you can see that once the structure was reached, we bounced nicely. And the question is, what is next? And here structure analysis plays a very important role. If we look left at structure, here on the left we can see a very strong resistance. Yes, this resistance is based on the last low high. And that resistance will be a very important point for euro dollar. And for now, I would look for shorting opportunities from that. Next week, patiently wait for the test of that structure. And within that structure, look for a confirmation to sell. Yes, your plan will be to patiently wait for some intraday confirmation to sell, like the confirmation that we spotted on a dollar Swiss pair. Only when you see the confirmation, then you short, expecting a bearish movement. And definitely, once I'm in a trade, I will post an update on Telegram, on my free Telegram channel, and I will let you know that I am in. But if you are bullish, if you're looking for a bullish continuation euro dollar for now, you should wait for a bullish breakout of that resistance to the upside. It will be a very important bullish clue. And after the retest of that broken structure, we will expect a bullish movement to that resistance. Yes, it will be our next goal for buyers. So everything right now depends on the reaction of the price to that level of the last low high. Yes, wait for the test of that and then follow the market. Last but not least is gold. Very important decision is ahead on gold, and I assume that with a very high probabilities, gold will be bearish next week. And let me show you why. We are on a daily time frame, and I want to remind you that right here we spotted together this major rising trend line. And that trend line was broken to the downside. And you can see that at the moment the market is retesting that trend line. Now let's zoom in the chart. Yes, let's zoom in the chart, traders, and look left at structure. You can see that right here we have a very peculiar horizontal structure. In the past it was a strong support. Then after the breakout, it turned into resistance, and we saw a very strong bearish movement from that. So here we see a very important zone of confluence between the horizontal structure and the trend line. So what will be your plan on gold next week? Again, you let the price enter that zone, and within that zone, you will look for a confirmation to sell. Yes, confirmation here plays a very important role, traders. Remember that the market tends to easily break the key levels, and without confirmation, key levels trading doesn't work. So first, let the price reach that zone, wait for a confirmation, and then short. I will definitely post an update again once I am in, so don't forget to subscribe to my Telegram channel, because the update will be posted there. Also, traders, let me know if you have any questions concerning gold analysis. And lastly, traders, if we break that structure to the upside, if we violate that to the upside, it will be a very strong bullish clue, and most likely then gold will go higher. Remember about such a scenario as well. Alright traders, that's it. It looks like the next week will be very important for the market. So pay close attention to major dollar pairs, pay close attention to gold, because it looks like important decision is ahead on many instruments. And many instruments right now are close or approaching important key levels. For more education, for more tips, for live market analysis, please don't forget to check my premium educational group, the link in the description below. Also traders, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you next week.